The outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in December 2019 and its disastrous consequences in the period aftermath led many African countries to seek financial support in order to mitigate its challenges. The pandemic posed serious economic and social challenges that led to the imposition of national lockdowns and travel bans. Countries like South Africa, Ethiopia, and Ghana received loans from the International Monetary Fund but have since struggled to service these loans or defaulted completely. In this special episode of the book series, we examine the debt crisis phenomenon through the discourse of sovereign risk, which has been paid insufficient attention within the context of Africa. We seek to appreciate facets that continue to lead African states to a debt default position. I called a scholar in the Department of Politics and International Relations at the University of Johannesburg. She recently published a book entitled Debt Crisis and Sovereign Risk in Africa. This book was published by Routledge and can be accessed on the link that is in the description panel of this video. Enjoy. Ndzalama, thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm very much happy to have you. Like I told you that we previously invited on the series Dr. Baso Nzenze, who I understand that is within your department. So we are very grateful of the contributions that you are making to the knowledge industry. So I would just want us to get started by the introductions. This is your first time coming to the book series. We are very happy to have you. Our student community is very happy to watch and to learn about this new book. So I just want you to briefly talk about yourself, introduce yourself to us, the classes that you teach, tell us about the research interests that you have, the kind of work that you have been doing right before the publication of this book.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for that great introduction, Dr. Anotida. So my name is Ndzalama Mathebula from the Department of Politics and International Relations at the University of Johannesburg. So my research interests really, they're scattered all over the place, but if I can put them in a very package them in a very nice way, I would say that I'm more interested in political risk, and I had discovered this when I was doing my honors, whereby I was so sparked with the idea of political risk to say that I would have want to actually adopt it as a theme or a methodology or a research focus throughout my academic career as an academic. And also I'm interested in minerals, particularly in Africa, energy minerals. It's a new interest. And I've done a lot of work on risk. I've done a lot of work on energy in Africa, internationally, as well as within South Africa itself. And I've also done a lot of work on conflict and insecurity stemming from the idea of political risk itself, whereby you're always enticed to study what will happen next. So that's the music, whereby you become the subjective intellectual of predicting everything that's happening and how it could spark or emanate anything beyond that. I'm also interested in African intellectualism. That's one of the areas, and also political economy. It's a subject that I've module and a theme that I'm really interested in, and I've done a lot of work within that space. And in terms of my teaching duties, let's say that I teach mostly in international relations, which is also one of my themes. that I focus in a lot in terms of publications, in terms of research. So I teach international law as well as foreign policy analysis. And they've been quite interesting because they help you understand everything that's happening outside, and they have such a great connection to political risk in terms of understanding what's external and how it could affect you. And I think that's the core theme of this book. And ahead of the book itself, so this book, it was really sparked by the fact that when I was doing my master's, I wanted to focus on the sovereign risk of South Africa on the loan that we took in 2020 from the IMF, right, when the economies were closed, and we took a loan of about 70 billion rand. So I wanted to study how we would actually pay that back. That was the main focus of that of the book. And after publishing, or after submitting my master's, I had this really nice idea to say that maybe I can transform this into a book, right? That's where it came from. So the book really stems from the fact that when I was looking for literature on sovereign risk in Africa, I couldn't find much literature that focused on Africa. Rather, I was met with a whole lot of literature from the Eurozone, how many of those economies have defaulted and how they were studied to have defaulted. So I actually wrote a book that I wish I had when I was doing my master's. That's the main thing, in which I wanted to study sovereign risk, because the way we study debt in Africa, it is there's a cancerous challenge. It is a big challenge, a challenge that we take from independence, since we were independent as African states. So I wanted to write a book as to how do we even get there. As much as we study what debt is, what it does, and how bad it is for our economies, but how do we even get there? What are some of the components that actually explain if we are going to get into debt? So that's me in a nutshell. That's the kind of work that I do.